In many comedy documentaries, you always see people talking about the art of stand-up and what it takes to be a stand-up comedian, but you never hear anyone talk about the work it takes to be a stand-up comedian, because you just don't walk into a comedy club with your set, your persona ready to go. It takes years, and it takes years before they even let you get into a comedy club. So what you end up doing is you end up doing all these horrible gigs on the road to work 5 minutes of hoping to get into a comedy club. Those are hell gigs.
Gigs are the ones that you accept to get to the ones that you want to do.
Open the store tomorrow.
Prostitution. I'm whoring myself out. I don't even want to do it.
He's like, I got somebody.
This isn't stage time. This is just hollering at empty chairs and belligerent fucks.
When they first contacted me by email, they asked me if I wanted the Braille app. The Braille app? I'm deaf, not blind, asshole! When they first contacted me by email, they asked me if I wanted the Braille app. The Braille app? I'm deaf, not blind, asshole! I don't know if that's the direction that they're going to go with the commercial.
What you see on Comedy Central, what you see on TV, you don't see what it took for us to get to that. Because Ron White, I used to feature for Ron. It took Ron 20-something years to get there. It took Seinfeld almost 15, 16 years to get there. You don't wake up in the morning and go, I'm going to be a comic. It takes years to get to a level that you need to be.
The truth is, there's a lot of guys out there that aren't known that have to work, like you're saying, twice as hard to earn those people's respect, so to speak, because they do know people that are funny and they don't know you. So there is an extra challenge there. This guy can be funny. We don't even know him.
I did that
People
last
have
night
nightmares about this.
at the
There
Backdoor
are
Comedy
people
Club,
with
which is
dreams where
creepy.
I dreamt that I was standing in front of a
Anything.
crowd and nobody was listening to me. People
Backdoor
have
is
nightmares.
never acceptable.
This is a
It's like
reality.
naming your kid Richard
This
in
is
this
a
day and
reality
age.
for
Like, why would
Jason
you
right now.
fucking do that
Your
to
fucking
a
nightmare
child?
is his reality.
I can't believe how bad that gig was.
I don't know why I thought that would be funny.
Why would anybody do these gigs? They're like the worst gigs ever.
Alright, whatever. Well, you guys have been, wow, really an arduous task, to be quite honest with you.
You know, those one-nighters, they are hell gigs because the audiences aren't trained as to how they're supposed to act in a comedy show. Everybody wants work, you know, so that's the motivating factor when you're trying to become a comedian. It's your responsibility to grow is to get on stage as many times as you possibly can, whether it's free or paid or whatever. So, you know, if you have the opportunity to work a hell gig for $10, you know, you should do it as long as you can.
To me, a hell gig, I guess, is just, well, it's as simple as this. Any gig that you really don't want to do.
One-nighters usually they'll book it by the name of the venue. So you have that readily in hand. You say, hey, I'm with Chuck's Sports Bar, and the woman goes, okay, just like that. And I'm like, they're supposed to have a reservation, and then they start looking in a computer. That starts the hell gig for a lot of guys.
You know it's a hell gig when There's a poster on the door that says, "Tonight, comedy night, John Toll," and there's a line through it, and someone's drawn a dick at it, and it says faggot. You can always tell how bad a gig is gonna be based on what they've done to the poster in the venue.
Usually at a bar, the bar owner's trying to get more business in, or he's trying to get more clientele in for a specific night that's slow. And there's people that are at the bar or sitting there that really have no desire to be there. So you're interrupting their dart playing or their pool playing.
You kind of like invaded their territory.
Because you got to understand from a crowd member's perspective, here we are on a Thursday, stopping at this bar gig on the way to the next club just so that we can pick up some cash. These people are just trying to drink and hang out, and then they have to hear my stupid voice parading my opinion, you know what I mean? I'm just interrupting the fuck out of their Thursday.
It's like, what the hell are you guys doing here? Why are you on a microphone? We're here for wings. That's when it can be bad.
Probably the worst, some of the worst are casinos, because the audience is free. Whenever you have an audience that gets in for free, you can imagine they don't respect. You know, they were just basically walking and going, "Honey, I need to sit down. I need to sit down." And they go into this room, and there you are, and you want them to pay attention to you, but they don't care about you. They didn't come there. Their feet hurt. That's why they're in this room.
If there's pool tables,
yeah,
you know, TVs
air hockey,
on,
video game machines going,
Duck Hunter
at a sports bar during a game.
You know, in your mind, you're like, okay, are they going to turn these TVs off? If I ask, am I going to seem like I'm a prima donna?
They won't turn the TVs off, or if they do turn them off, either way is bad.
Yeah,
people
because
hate you either way.
then you've made them mad.
You had big screen going on. You had somebody punching the bag, this punching bag thing.
There's not a marquee, there's not a poster, I mean, there's nothing, there's no way anyone would know there was going to be a show there that night. A lot of times there's not even a stage, you know what I mean? Like, it can be that bad.
The stage, there was no stage. It was just an old hardwood floor, and there was a star painted on the floor. And I asked him where the stage was. He says, "That star. It's that star. You stand on that star because we got a light above the star."
And their microphone system, their PA system, was used for calling bingo numbers. And so it sounded like if you were at a Domino's or whatever and they called your pizza order, it's like really distorted and bad. Like the PA speakers are in the roof, like no real sound system.
Is this working at all? It worked every other beat.
You're on a karaoke machine next to a pinball table. There's a guy playing on it, and the owner of the bar walks up and goes, "We'll start the comedy now. We got Dave Little. He's very funny. Come on, Dave."
That's actually the best intro I've ever had.
I'm sitting up on the balcony, and I got to go next. And I'm like, oh, shit, man. And he looks up at me in the balcony, and he goes, "J. Scott Holman, you better come take this microphone for I whip some white people's ass." I'm like, oh, God, that's my intro.
You're like, thank you. It's not even the bar gig, it's the people who just assume that
but no effort went into it.
Yeah, no effort, no preparation. The fact that you're only working for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, so it can't be that hard.
Right.
You are just talking. It's not like a band who's got to roll in a bunch of gear and set up and do a mic check or all that kind of stuff. So it does become an afterthought.